The views and opinions expressed by the host do not reflect yours. You're now under the influence of good conversation. This is Vibes, the podcast, hosted by Mimi.
Hey, horse. It's me. I'm back. I haven't talked to y'all in it's been like maybe 2 weeks.
That's not long.
I know. I feel like I'll be neglecting y'all.
It feels like a long time.
I'm sorry. It's okay. Y'all will be okay. Hey, y'all. Welcome back to another brand new episode of Vibes. It's me, Mimi. I miss y'all this much. Not a lot. All right, y'all. So we got two guests on the show. It's going to be a super dope show. So, guest, reveal yourselves.
You first.
Ladies first.
Well, I'm Lauryn Nichole. I'm 16. I'm an upcoming artist, and I'm ready to inspire the world.
Hey, man.
All right. Okay.
Okay, what, can you be us?
Absolutely not.
No.
Absolutely not. No way. Yeah, I'm Veryspecialed Ed, producer, engineer, Chicago, Illinois, Northside Chicago. A part of collective named Sound Posse as well. Solo Dweeb, everybody. So, yeah, we're here.
Hey.
Spreading good love, good love, good love.
Yeah.
Then there it is.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all. So, we out here
Do I get
setting records and stuff.
Do I get introduction?
I mean, I guess.
Do I?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead,
Okay.
D.
I just slipped through the door.
Reveal yourself. Yeah, they don't know you.
I just slipped through the door.
Reveal yourself.
I am D. Smith, host of Get This D podcast.
Okay. I like how it's always a special way of saying it. All
It is
right,
a very
D.
special way of saying it.
Okay.
Thank you for having me here.
You
I appreciate it.
You're part of the family.
You saw me outside wandering around and said, "Hey, come in here, give me a hand."
You want to be on this show?
I said, "Okay, I ain't doing nothing else. Sure."
All right.
Thank
I just took you in.
Yeah, thank you. I
You're
appreciate
welcome. Okay. Y'all, we were breaking records and stuff. As y'all heard Lauren say she was 16, right? And y'all know.
Crazy.
You know me.
16.
You know. Okay?
How long has it been since you were 16?
Mind your business. So the point is, we have children on the show, so behave yourself.
Yes.
Okay? All right, y'all. So we're going to move on to the lyric of the week. Y'all ready?
Right.
Yes, man.
Y'all ready?
I
Here we
think
go.
I'm ready.
Lyric of the week.
Okay. Because usually I would have did a throwback, but I don't know what type of music y'all
Right.
listen to.
I would have probably been better at a throwback now.
At a
but
throwback.
Yeah.
Okay. I wish I'd known that. 'Cause I was going to take it back to, the 70s or something, and I was like, I don't know. Okay. Y'all should get this. All right. So the lyric is, y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
This is so easy. Woo chow. Tired of the bullshit. Go and dust your shoulders off. Keep it moving. Who's the artist?
And you know?
And what's the name of the
I
song?
don't know.
That's all you get.
Crazy. You know what's
Whoa.
crazy? I don't know.
Repeat that.
Yeah, one more
Yeah.
time.
Oh,
One more time.
Yeah, repeat that.
I literally just gave it away. Woo
Woo
chow.
child.
Tired of the bullshit. Go and dust your shoulders off. Keep it moving.
This shows how much
That
I'm
ain't-
so out of tune musically.
Oh my
This shows how,
Is it
how
called
much.
Whoop Job?
That's not.
No.
Is it called Woo Child?
Jesus
That's
Christ.
not Jay. That ain't.
Don't you dare say that, because that's not who that is.
Okay. You said dust your shoulders
Woo
off.
child.
Woo
Tired of the
child.
bullshit. Go and dust your shoulders off. Keep it moving.
Hey.
I literally just gave y'all the song.
No, you just sang the song.
And-
You didn't give us
all right.
anything.
You know, it's not ringing bells for
It's
me
not.
right now, man.
It's not.
That's
And I'm older than both of y'all. And that's not doing nothing. It ain't hitting me nowhere in the head.
It's a new artist.
Okay.
A new artist.
There's
Yeah.
no way I feel.
Oh, Lizzo?
Yes.
Ah,
What's the name of the song?
really?
Good as...
You can't curse. Got it. All right. We
Two double
got
hockey sticks. I had to think of the melody of it.
I'm like,
Yeah,
Lauren,
see,
if
that's
you
why
don't
I
know
don't-
this.
That's
Okay.
my homegirl.
Lizzo. See, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I didn't
I
know
know
that. Mom, did you know that?
Hey.
No,
I
you
was
had no
left
clue.
field.
Oh,
I
She
was
knows
left
my
she
field.
just
God.
couldn't think.
You know the song.
Yeah.
I'm like, I gave it
Right.
away. Woo child.
Yes.
Bullshit. Oh,
Taraji.
God. Okay.
Things are going to get easier. That's what I was expecting to hear.
my God.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what I was waiting
y'all
for.
Hey, I thought it too.
No.
Oh my God.
I definitely thought it too.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting
It's
for.
okay. I'm hip. I
Thank
got
you. Thank you,
Took me a
Lauren,
minute.
for knowing what's going on.
Yes.
Okay, because all of y'all failed.
Yeah, we definitely did.
All right, y'all. We're gonna move on to the snippet of the week. So this is a song, Very Special Ed, featuring Lauryn Nichole, shall I say? Name of the song is "Fixing." Right.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, but why you call me ma'am?
It's just natural. It's natural.
Yeah.
I'm only 21.
You said it right. You said it right. Yes, ma'am.
Right.
All right, y'all. This is "Fixing," Very Special Ed featuring Lauryn Nichole. So y'all check out the snippet of the week, and then we're gonna come back and then we're gonna talk black shit.
Yeah.
Liquor involved, women involved, but baby, I need your love. This shit is hard, staying in love, but baby, don't make it rough. Holding the palm, I'm breaking them off, but you is who I trust. They can compare, even when there is you, my mind is on. Hope you like this. I've been on like light switch. Your mind so enticing. Baby got a vice grip, tight grip. I invade your space, it's like I'm ISIS. Terrorist to love, I never seen it, never liked it. Yeah, in my best view, 7 a.m. next to you, in the vestibule. After long nights redirecting, crossing each.
All right, y'all, we're back. Y'all see how I did that?
Yeah.
Boom. You see? Magic is what it's called. All right, y'all, we're back. Shout out to y'all. Very special ed, Lauryn
Yes,
Nichole.
definitely.
Thank you for
Okay,
having
because that's
me.
my song.
Yeah.
Yeah, and remember, y'all, you listen to the full song at the end of the show. Y'all know this already, so I'm not going to keep explaining stuff to y'all. Okay, so boom, y'all. Let's talk about some black shit. Yeah, what's all this black shit?
Oh,
Black
hey,
ass
watch your
shit.
mouth. Watch your
right.
mouth.
It's
Hey,
out.
hey,
Right.
hey. You gave us a disclaimer at the beginning of
You
this show.
shut your mouth, okay?
You gave us a
Talking about-
disclaimer. You watch your mouth.
All right. Well,
So we're going to talk black stuff.
shit.
Black
Okay.
things.
We're talking black shit. Yeah, first up, I know I'm late. I'm late to a lot of stuff, but I know y'all heard about this whole T.I. thing, going to the doctor with his daughter, going to the gynecologist with his daughter.
To see if she had sex.
It's the
Yeah.
See if her
dumbest
hymen was
thing
broke.
I've ever heard in my whole
Yes.
entire life.
It's so crazy.
I haven't
So
gotten
crazy.
off into that story. I did see a couple of comments about it. And I read a headline or two, so I haven't really read the story. But if those are the facts,
Yes.
that the core facts are that he took his daughter to the doctor to see if she was having sex.
No, he visits the gynecologist with her every year when she goes for her exam. He
Okay.
goes with her to
Okay.
make sure that her hymen has not been broken, aka she's still a virgin. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
That's his only reason for
agree.
going,
It's
Yeah,
out of
to make
bias.
sure his daughter's still a virgin.
not because he wants to protect her or learn or
No.
nothing.
He wants
I
to make
feel
sure
you on
she's
that.
not.
Just strictly the
She's 18
Right,
now.
she's grown.
Like, you
Yeah.
feel me?
Yeah,
Like,
it's- that's
I
so-
get where you're coming from,
that's a
like,
little-
as a father, but you
even at that-
18
yeah,
now.
yeah.
Like, there's a limit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I would,
Let
yeah,
your-
I understand that. Like in the beginning, you're going because as a father, it's like, okay, I got to protect my daughter. I don't know
Right.
what's going on, but now she's 18. I can't
Yeah.
imagine being 18 and my dad coming to the gynecologist with me to say, hey, you still having,
Yeah.
are
Right.
you having
That's
sex yet?
embarrassing.
Like, no, it's odd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of saying, yeah, I want my dad to come with me for support for whatever reason,
Right.
that's not what it is.
My doctor's a man, and maybe having my father there
Yeah.
offsets that a little bit.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Yeah, so no.
Okay.
And then a lot of like other artists have been coming forward. I don't want to say a lot, but some of the artists that he used to work with, women artists, coming forward and saying that he has control issues, so that's why he's going to the doctor with his daughter.
Well, that makes
That
sense.
makes sense. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
because he
A
wants
lot
to
of sense.
control
Absolutely.
women. He has control issues with women.
Which would make sense.
I mean, this is how little we have to say about this. Okay, T.I. I mean, whatever.
I mean,
All
it's
right,
kind of
you
out
do
of
your
pocket,
thing.
though. It's
It-
very out
whatever
of
floats
pocket.
your
it's
boat.
weird.
Yeah.
It's a little weird.
beyond weird.
It's a little weird. I mean, I think there are better ways to. Well, I ain't say better ways. That's probably the best way to find out.
This is a conversation.
If you really want to find out if your daughter's having sex, that's kind of the best way.
This is a
But
conversation she should be
it's a
having
little
with her
weird.
mother.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah, that's true.
Much
Understood.
rather
and
my
that's
mom
another
goes
question.
to-
Where is the mom in all this?
she probably doesn't want to be seen. Okay,
But why
her
wouldn't
mom
she-
is in the picture. She's not a media person.
He also,
But-
it was quoted, he said he owns half of her, too. Like her like as a woman, like
Oh.
owns
Yeah, her
half of
lifestyle.
Like I own half of you.
Okay.
He said that, so that proves right there you got control problems.
Oh, he said that?
what?
No, like said that right
I
there.
own half of
yeah,
you?
I
Oh,
own
no. That's
like
what we're
your
not gonna
parts.
do.
That is me.
Nope.
Like that is me and nobody else's.
Oh,
like
like she had enhancements.
yeah.
That's what you're
So
saying?
he may be saying it like that, but either
Oh,
way,
well.
like as a man, you saying you own this
Yeah.
woman. That,
It's like she's
you got
her own
control.
person.
You got a little something.
Yeah. To say that, it's one thing for you to provide that and say,
Yeah.
okay, you want to get those jobs done. Here's some money for it. But it's nothing to say, okay, well, I paid for
Yeah,
those.
exactly.
Those belong to me. So technically, half of your body
It's crazy.
is mine.
Ownership of
So
mine,
if
yeah.
half of you wants to go left, I have the right to tell the other half to go right. It's basically what you said. You know, it's
That's
kinda-
gotta go.
That's
We don't
weird.
do
And it's
that.
crazy.
Yeah.
He's really saying that.
That-
though.
yeah, that's
Like,
weird as hell.
Like it's out of pocket. Out of
probably-
pocket.
And said it
truly
without
believes.
hesitation too.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
Are you okay or something going on?
And then this
there?
is your daughter.
right.
Yes.
You know, it's one thing to apply to your wife, which is a whole different
Yeah.
conversation. But your daughter's 18 years old, and you're going with her to the gynecologist to see if she's still a virgin.
But
Yeah.
then it's the double standard because he doesn't. That same thing is not happening with his sons. His son is like 13 and
Right.
14, and then he's like, "Hey, you had sex yet? You know, let me know when you do."
Mm-hmm.
That's, you can't.
That's not. Yeah, that's a double. Yeah. That's,
Okay.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Yeah, that's
I'm
weird.
over Ti.
Yeah.
So we're moving on because that whole story's dumb.
It made her mad.
Yeah, got you.
Like,
out.
Yeah,
this
pissed
whole
off.
thing is dumb
It is.
because he's stupid.
yes.
Okay, moving on, y'all. So this is something that I want to see how it's going to turn out. So Instagram is supposed to start this new test run of hiding likes as early as this week. So they're going to take away the ability, the like, I don't know, what is it? The like
Like
factor or whatever it's
Notification
called.
Stuff of it.
No, you just won't be able to like someone's photo. That
Oh.
won't be an option.
That makes sense.
So because I remember they were doing this study earlier in the year, and they were doing it over in the UK. So they did the same test because I think the point of the study was to take away. Oh, that kind of goes back to Vanity. Yeah, he had a D. Smith. We did a show.
Here we go.
called Vanity.
Here we go. We are back
You
to
see
it.
how I plugged you?
You did. I
Okay,
appreciate
so
that.
D.
I see
Smith
what you
did
there.
a series on his podcast called Vanity, and we were talking about how people are really into themselves.
Yeah.
So Instagram they're doing this study because they think that liking people's pictures are really affecting the way that people interact with each other.
Oh,
You think?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
think? You need a
Yeah.
study for
You
that?
think?
Like,
Yeah. That's
So
what
they wanna-
Facebook
That's a
is.
fact.
That's what
Yeah.
social media really is.
Yeah.
Is a
Popularity contest.
Yeah.
not necessarily
Yeah.
a popularity contest, but if you want to look at it from a analytical standpoint, it is an awesome tool for gathering analytics.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah,
Awesome tool.
absolutely.
You can figure out what triggers everybody
I will,
by
yeah.
following social media. And they have, which is why advertising is so powerful. They can advertise directly to you and skip him and her
Yeah.
and everybody else in this room and give you exactly what it is they want you to see, which
That's
is completely
true.
different from us because they've picked up on analytics.
Right.
So
Okay.
likes, emojis, all those things are just surveys. That's all it is. Do you like this? Do you not like this? How do you feel about this? How do you feel about that? How does this make you feel? Does this make you feel good? Does this make you cry? Does this make you
Yeah.
angry? Does this make you happy? Does this make you laugh? Does this make you smile? Those kind of things. You see what I'm saying? All of
kinda-
those. That's all it is.
It kind of leaves you to think, like, if they're taking away likes, what's going to be their next tool? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going to be their next way of figuring out what you're interested in, especially on Instagram.
Right, and
You know
I
what
think
I'm
that's
saying?
kind of
That's a
based
really
on
good
the
question.
purpose
That's a
of
really
it.
good question.
And now you got to kind of see and peep, like, just what's the difference from what it was 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're on Instagram every single day. We don't even notice half
Don't
of the
even peep the
difference.
change.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't even
Very
peep the
little.
change.
Notice, like,
We don't.
icons moving, etc. Like,
But I think people will
Yep.
definitely
Updates.
notice when they
Yep.
take away the light.
Oh,
People will
yeah.
definitely know that. But also, Instagram was initially created as just for photographers to
Yeah.
showcase
Yeah.
their art,
Mhm.
That's
and then
true.
it turned into this whole other thing.
Yeah.
I look forward to this new test run.
I'm interested.
Yeah.
I
to
think it'd be
see.
dope.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
think it'd
think
be
it
dope.
will because it's gonna show. it's bad to say it, but it's gonna show people in like their worst light.
Yeah.
Especially the people who live and breathe Instagram and just live and breathe social media.
Yeah.
And it's all about followers. Like
a lot of people seek validation just from
from followers.
I got this many likes, I got this many followers. It's like, no.
Yeah.
That's not what you should be validated by.
Yeah.
That's
fuel.
crazy because it's like
fuel.
engaging in conversation for me. I'm just at the point like, what does that matter? But I'm engaging in conversation with people who are like, oh, I got 1,000 likes on my picture.
You want a trophy?
Exactly. Would you like a prize?
What would you like for this accomplishment?
Exactly.
Yeah, perhaps.
Okay. And I'm just looking like,
scoop.
okay, you got 1,000. Do you know 1,000 people? No.
Right.
Okay, so
Exactly.
carry on.
You can't
It
call
doesn't mean
1,000
anything
people
to
for
me.
help if you need it.
No.
If you got a busted tire on the side of the highway, you can't call 1,000 people to help
Right, you
you.
got that
Right.
ICE number and
Those people, right? Those
And
people,
that's
that
the
number is not
main
tangible.
thing. That's the
Exactly.
main
Sure.
point. It's like people are so vain now when it comes to Instagram and comes to liking things. Like you just said, D. Yeah, you got 1,000 likes on your picture, but you don't have not one single person to come and help you
Right.
you don't have real happiness.
at all.
Right.
And so I'm that's why I'm like I look forward to this study.
Yeah.
Because I would hope that people really start to dig deep into themselves and figure out, hey,
Absolutely.
let me figure out what in reality makes me happy, so that I
Yeah.
don't have to keep looking to social
Somebody
media
else, yeah.
for happiness.
Right.
So
That's
this is going to be a study. This is not a
It's a test.
test.
It's kind of like a test run because they're seeing whether or not they want to keep it.
do away with the likes
Right.
altogether.
Right.
Do you think people will like not want to do Instagram anymore after this though? Since so many people are like, oh, like I need my likes, followers, and stuff.
No, I think it's gonna be like an increase in Instagram usage because they're gonna
Oh.
I
find
agree.
a way to get around that. It's like,
yeah.
okay, well, you can't like my picture, but if you follow me, I feel like that means you like my
still see-
picture.
right.
Yeah. So
It's
the
gonna
more
feel like a
followers I
fresh
get-
app. I feel like
Yeah.
it's gonna feel
It
a little
is.
different.
It is
Because,
gonna feel like a
we're
fresh app.
on Instagram now. We're based on like sharing on your story and likes on your posts. Now you're taking away 50% of what Instagram is
Yeah.
about.
Exactly.
You know
But
what I'm
I
saying?
think
So
that
now-
other, it's probably going to be replaced with sharing.
Right,
Like we
yeah.
share stuff now, but now I feel like people are going to be adding a whole bunch of stuff to their
Right.
IG
Timeline.
stories.
Yeah.
And this
Yeah.
opens the avenue for another platform to kind of slide on in
Yeah,
and take
something
advantage
new.
of that one psychological factor, because it is a psychological factor.
Yeah.
If you post a picture right now and then leave it and come back
And
tomorrow, same time, don't check it, don't look at it at all, come back tomorrow and you have no likes on it, you're gonna feel a certain way about that. Now you may not be upset, you may not go completely ape shit with it, pardon my French mama, but you're going to think about it. It's not
Yeah.
going to be something that you're just going to look at and say, oh, whatever.
like, oh, whatever.
Right.
Especially for users like myself who's had Instagram for 3-4 years. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So
yeah.
now it's a little different
Yeah.
because Instagram has driven me away from Facebook, Twitter,
Yeah.
Snapchat, etc.
so true.
So I mean, I know it's gonna be different for me, but like you said, I'm excited to kind of see what it looks like.
Yeah.
The just different feature. You know what I'm saying? Something
Everybody's
different.
gonna be
I'm not
talking about
scrolling
that.
Yeah.
and just double tapping now. I'm
Right.
doing something different. on the app.
Right.
It's worth it. We'll
Yeah.
see
I
how it
also feel like this is a way for the CEO and founders of Instagram to kind of implement another app.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I always feel like there's always like an
Something
Oh, yeah.
looking
a
on that
motive,
one.
Yeah.
another motive behind
Absolutely.
taking away this likes. Like, oh, let's see how we can capitalize off of this.
And believe this, by the time they have rolled something out to the public, they've already hashed out the ins and outs
Yeah,
of it.
Yeah.
of it.
They've
So
already
Yep, the game
worked
plan
out.
for the
Yeah, they've
next
already
They
game
plotting
planned.
stuff right
we
now.
see what
Right.
y'all
They got
doing
it
Instagram. You're not
Right.
slick.
Right.
You're not
Right.
They
slick.
thought they were.
Yeah, it's probably planned.
Speaking of people who, I'm so sick of him. But speaking of people who think they're slick, y'all cousin Kanye West is talking about he's gonna run for president in 2024.
Oh,
Did you
Lord.
you saw where you want to change his name?
No.
To what?
To what?
Okay, yeah,
Oh,
school
Something
us.
like
School us.
Christian billionaire, like
See-
Christian billionaire, something else. Kanye West,
Sir, he's gotta
like
go.
legally government
go.
name, run as president under that name.
I'm sorry, what? So it's gonna be Christian
Christian
billionaire.
billionaire, something else that I don't know 100%, and then Kanye West after it. So like that will be his full government name, like Christian billionaire, blank Kanye West.
Okay.
On
Okay,
another
Kanye.
level.
Can
He
we
on
just
another
have
high.
a moment of silence for Kanye West?
Yes.
Thank you. Just give him a moment.
Yeah, that's it. On over. That's it. That's
Yeah, that's the moment.
That's
he
enough
get.
moment. Yeah, that's enough moment.
all he gets.
That's enough moment.
I
That's
don't. I
hit. Okay. Here's the
Don't
thing.
even know what to say.
if
Go ahead.
I mean, listen, y'all got something to say about him because I am sick of him. I'm sick of him.
I'm a big Kanye fan as an artist.
Go.
100%. As an
Okay.
artist.
Go
That's
ahead.
what I grew up on as a young one. Like that's graduation, etc. But just like I'm a fan of him musically. Anything he does outside of music, it's like irrelevant in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? Anything he supports, whatever he does. But him as an artist overall, as a musician, a producer, songwriter, and even an engineer, it's like inspirational. Me.
Yeah,
Just seeing where he
respect.
came from, etc. I just naturally respect him as an artist. Maybe
Yeah.
not his personal beliefs, but as an artist, I can't help but respect him.
Yeah.
But that's also because I surround myself by music 100%. Like I love music entirely. I respect other creators and just him as an artist over the last 10 years. Like, you know what I'm saying? You cannot deny how good he's been as an artist musically.
Yeah.
You might be able to throw in there, I don't agree with this. I don't agree with what he thinks. This phase of his life was bad. But at the end of the day, he had us all talking about him musically. We all still tuned in to 808s and Heartbreaks. We all still tuned in to My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy when we thought he was going crazy, Henny Ye.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like I said, as an artist, I just respect him. But other than that, outside of the music, that's him. Like that's what he want to do.
only you.
That's what he want to do.
Yeah.
But like artistry, come on, dude. It's unmatchable.
You can't argue. You can't argue with his work.
Not at
The
all.
best thing we could, well, that's the best thing you can say about him because
Yeah.
that's the dear Kanye West. This is the best you're gonna get.
But see, that's the R. Kelly argument too.
Yeah,
Wait,
and
what?
that's an argument.
That's the R. Kelly argument too.
We're not talking about R. Kelly
No,
on the show.
no. But he makes a good point though.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
everything outside of the music.
That's-
As far as an artist, like his artistry is his artistry. You know, what I'm saying?
and
That's
still to
just-
this day, you'll occasionally run into the person that'll still say, "I don't agree with R. Kelly's beliefs and what he did, but he's still the king of R&B."
Yeah.
Like,
you can't take that.
yeah, it's
okay.
hard.
We're not talking about R. Kelly.
I feel
All right, but yeah.
Right? Before all y'all get kicked off.
Exactly.
Kick all y'all off. Let's talk about him. I mean, okay, Kanye West. I don't like the fact that people throw around that genius word, and I think it's really gone to his head. I don't agree with everybody saying he's a genius. He's a musical genius because he's not, and that's my belief.
Okay.
He's a great producer, great engineer, but genius. I think like he's a genius to the new generation. Okay, because if you haven't studied music, and if you don't really know music, then it's easy for you to go and say Kanye West is a genius when a lot of stuff that he's doing or done has been done before. He's sampling a lot of stuff. You're not a
Gotcha.
genius. Okay, that's my. Okay, we're
I
done.
don't know. I have to argue with that.
I'd argue
I gotta
too.
argue with that one.
100%, yeah.
I feel
that's-
what you're saying.
That's fine. Y'all can keep your argument because we're moving on.
Okay, all right, your show.
She said,
Yo, show.
next.
Next, speaking of somebody else who y'all might think is a genius, Chris Brown had a yard sale at his house.
Yeah, I
At
heard
his
about
house?
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Okay.
Heard it went pretty well though.
Okay.
Heard it was cool. No?
Yeah, feel free.
What was he selling?
Himself.
Oh.
I don't know. Like, why you having a yard sale?
Yeah, that's a wealthy
He had
yard
a
sale.
whole yard sale at his house. Some lady on Instagram said she bought a hoodie or something and she found weed in the pocket.
Oh.
How much did you spend for it?
I don't know.
That's what I'm.
Yeah, that's what's
that's
That's
what
what's
I wanna know,
interesting.
too.
If it's a celebrity having a yard sale,
That's luxury.
you'd imagine right. That's luxury. That's not your average yard sale. So a
Right.
hoodie is not going to be a $30 hoodie that
It's
she
probably
bought at
about
Ross or
$30,000.
something.
No, it's a yard.
Right.
He probably
Yeah,
sold it
it
for
was-
like $5. I don't know. He
I
was
doubt
there at the yard sale too, just watching people.
Wow.
Oh, that's
Like a little
crazy.
creep.
Well, he could have given.
That's kinda
He
cool.
could have let it go for $5. I mean, it ain't like
kinda
he
cool.
needs to
I'm
get.
that's kind of
Right.
He ain't
cool.
trying to
Right.
recoup
He-
anything from
No.
it.
I mean, you don't normally see that out of like people of that level.
Stature.
That's
of-
true.
Of popularity. So
And-
But you don't have anything else to work on besides
It could have been.
a yard sale. Like, don't you have like another 40-song album that you want to do?
It could be a play to the public. It could be something he's doing for
it might
Give
be
back.
the
his
rollout.
image.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
hey,
that's
let me just
true.
make myself look
Look
more
good real
open
quick.
and
That is true.
you know.
It's too late for that.
You
Never,
think so?
it's never too late.
You think it's
It's,
too
Nah,
late?
it's never too
it's
late.
too late.
It's never too late.
No,
You
it's
can always
not too
reinvent
late.
yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can always reinvent yourself. OJ's still
Yeah.
walking around out here taking pictures
Yeah,
and
on
stuff with people.
Twitter.
OJ.
And you can always reinvent yourself. No, you can always reinvent yourself. That's what life is about.
100%.
I mean,
That's what life is about.
But he needs better people around him, and right now he doesn't have better people around him, so he's not ready to reinvent himself. I think he's just doing stuff to stay relevant right now.
Oh,
You don't
Well,
think since he's had his last daughter, he's been doing better? Like, and not in the essence of like maybe like entirely reinventing himself, but like obviously he's still making mistakes. But Christian Brown's young. Like, you feel me? Like he's
And his
not.
music is still
Right, and I'm
dope
not
as
faulting
hell.
him for
Yeah.
I don't see him slipping
not
off.
faulting him for making
Yeah.
mistakes.
I'm sorry, I don't
Yeah.
see it. I see
He
him
literally
like
just doesn't have
elevate.
good people around him.
I can understand that.
That's
yeah.
it. That's
Yeah.
all I'm saying. I'm not
Yeah.
because everybody makes mistakes,
Yeah.
and then he's been doing this since he was like 13.
That is true.
So you have all
Crazy.
kind of people around you taking advantage of you and
Yeah.
doing all that stuff. My thing is he literally doesn't have good people around him, and I don't know if he knows that the people around him are not good for him.
Right.
And so all of this extra stuff that's been going on, and yeah, media blows everything up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So I feel like a lot of this stuff could have been prevented and avoided had he had people that really care about him
Right, that
around
genuine
him. Right. Because, I
energy.
mean, people go through stuff. You're going to do your drugs and
How old
whatever
is
you
he
want to
now?
do. Chris Brown is 30.
Oh wow.
He got
Just
time still.
30.
Shout out to Chris Brown. I mean, I guess.
He got
Same,
time.
we have the
Breezy.
same
But he
birthday.
done lived the life of like a
A
45
55-year-old
year
man.
Oh yeah, since he started
like,
young.
yeah, like
Absolutely.
damn, he's only 30.
He a
like,
veteran.
That's
crazy.
it.
He's a veteran at 30.
Like I look at him like he my age or
Yeah.
something. Like it's hard for me to look at him like, oh, that's just Chris Brown. No, that's
Chris Brown.
big ass grown ass Chris
Yeah,
Brown.
for real.
Yeah, he done been
Breezy.
through a lot.
Yeah.
He done been through a
he
lot.
needs better people around him.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
So,
is
but
true.
you have to want those type of people around you. If
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
are in your own environment and you're like, well, I'm cool. I like who I'm around. Then no one
that's-
can really tell you anything.
Right.
If your environment
you
is
don't
feeding
see
you,
it.
if your environment is feeding your ego, and you know, and that at that level of the game, you know, like as you elevate through the game, you're gonna get more and more people who have leachability. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So
Yeah,
you're gonna get
yeah.
more and more people that just pop up out of nowhere, and you develop relationships with them, and suddenly you got leech on you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or you got
Oh.
somebody who's siphoning your attention or funneling your attention the wrong way.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of leeches.
Yeah,
on
so
him.
you can get a bad influence in your camp. You know,
You gotta protect your energy.
And that's
Yeah.
what it is. Because
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
really think anybody except for him is trying to protect his image.
Wow,
Like,
yeah.
and maybe this is a ploy for him. Like, maybe he's just realizing or recognizing, okay, maybe I need to protect my image. So at this point, I feel like Chris Brown is just only working for himself. Like, he has a team around him, but he doesn't have a team, if you get what I mean.
Definitely.
All right, y'all, that's it for black shit. Because
is that enough black shit? Did we get enough black shit in there?
it's enough.
I mean, hell, between Chris Brown
and Kanye,
Kanye,
and T.I.
and
like,
T.I., that's all black shit you need.
That's
That's pretty much
listen,
it.
we don't need no more
funny.
black
I think we hit our quota for the day.
shit. That's it. Yeah, I forgot to tell y'all in the beginning what we drinking because you
What
know
are we
usually
drinking?
we drinking.
Oh, did we do this?
We have turned in. When I say we, I mean I and us. Okay, we've turned into some. I guess this is a plug to Lagunitas.
Is it?
Sponsor us.
That's exactly
Thank
what
you.
it is.
We're drinking
what it
Lagunitas. What is this? Born Yesterday Pale Ale.
Born yesterday.
Fresh
and,
Yeah, Lagunitas beer.
little something, something.
Oh, that's what you
Yeah.
brung in.
Got the
Okay, boom.
And Maximus.
So, Lagunitas, y'all have heard a lot from us. I wrote you all also. Please respond to me. We would
Respond to
like
her.
free beer for the rest of my life. Thank you.
coming.
All
It's coming.
right, y'all. We're moving on to I Discovered. So, I'm going to start. I'll let y'all know. I've been listening to Lil Kim's new album, the 9 album. I like the whole album. It's probably maybe 2 songs on there that I really don't care for. It's only 9 songs on the album. But it's 2 that I really don't care for. But I've been bumping Lil Kim for like the past 3 weeks.
Okay.
Also, because I'm a thug.
Yeah.
So that's my thug, you know.
Yeah, you are from
And
out
then
west Illinois.
shut your face.
You are.
Out west
from
is
out
not
west
a
Illinois.
place.
That is true.
Oh Lord.
That is true.
Y'all, they have. We're not talking about this. I hate the internet. They made out West Illinois really sound like a real place.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
not
for
a
real.
place.
There's somebody mailing a letter to an address in out West
It's out
Illinois
West
right now.
Illinois.
It's in circulation right now. I promise you.
Wow.
It's not a thing.
Somebody got sent off.
Non-existent.
Jeez.
Lord.
Okay. So I've been listening to Lil Kim. There's a song, Anthony David featuring India Arie. It's old, but I forgot about it, so I've been listening to that. It's called Words. And then I found this super cool bar/lounge. It's called Volume 39.
Ooh, what's
It's
that?
down on LaSalle in 39 South LaSalle. It is super dope.
Okay.
It's super dope. I felt like I was important when I went in there and I sat
Well, you are
there.
important, Mimi.
Yeah, I went to meet with a friend and give him some advice. And then we were just sitting there having drinks, and the vibe was, y'all see how I did that? Vibes. It was super cool. It was just dope in there. And it's like a little hideout spot because if you walk into the building, you really wouldn't notice that it's there.
Yeah.
So
Right.
shout out to them, Volume 39.
Volume 39. All right.
We'll go with you, Lauren. What have you discovered? Some new music
Well,
shows? What are you doing? What
My
are you
girl
listening to?
Summer Walker. I don't know if you listen to her.
Summer Walker.
Summer Walker. I know
Okay.
Summer Walker.
Yes. Have you ever heard the song "Girls Need Love"?
Mm-hmm.
That's my girl right there. I've been listening to her album Over It since it came out. And then who else? Oh, Her. Have you heard the song Slide?
Yo, you dope.
I love her.
Yes.
Crazy.
I was like, this is a whole bop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Bob. I love her.
That's all I've been really listening to lately, though.
Summer Walker and
Yeah.
her. You got any TV shows you're watching?
Okay, this is a throwback. I've been watching The Parkers a lot.
Okay, shout out
not
to
new.
them.
catch up.
Yes, I'm obsessed
Alright.
with The Parkers. I used to watch a lot, but it started coming up on YouTube, so I was like, let me watch these seasons real quick. So that's my.
So you dig the Parkers?
Right.
That
yeah.
shows you that shows
That's
you good
the-
TV.
that's the show.
That shows
Yeah.
you that's
That's
good
the
TV.
show. Oh, yeah.
That shows
Okay,
you
you
good
get some
TV.
brownie points right there,
Yeah.
Lauren, sir,
That's good.
for the Parkers.
Yes, The Parkers.
Okay. Ed, what have you discovered?
What I've discovered, I found. Now he's my brother. His name is Sil Messi, an artist from the south end of Chicago, 62nd. And
Inglewood?
to be honest, I'm not certain.
Okay.
I'm not certain. But I met him at one of my other friends' solo house. He's a part of my collective, Sound Posse. I met him on a genuine tip, just heard music. We started conversation as just homies. We didn't even know we were artists until we got deep into conversation. Within a week, I'm producing a project for him, which he dropped yesterday on his birthday, all platforms. I Feel Special, fully produced by me.
Okay, plug yourself.
But yeah, you know what I'm saying? but like I'm saying, I work on music all the time. So I'm discovering new artists in just my arm's reach at all times in the city. South End, West End. Sound Posse is so wide based. We're West End, North End, South End, East End. Every artist in every section. So we're always meeting dope talent, especially in a city like Chicago. Not only
Yeah.
musicians, but also like photographers, Damon, other producers, and just creators. You know what I'm saying? Anybody chasing a dream at the end of the day, that's what we try and surround ourselves by. So, yeah, I've been inspired and discovering. I could name you for hours. You know what I'm saying? But
Okay.
for sure, Sil Messi. That's my brother. That's my
All
brother.
right.
Yeah.
Feel messy.
Dope.
All right. There's some. I gotta add them to my list. I love listening to new artists.
Absolutely.
As long as the music is good.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very
We
good.
Gotta
talked
have
about
that
this
heat.
before. Better have good music.
Yes.
D, what have you discovered? New songs, new artists, new hangout places.
I heard Kanye's latest album. It was decent.
Was it what you expected? Like, I'll speak on my side. For sure, I thought it was going to be a lot like the Sunday service stuff. Like, I was expecting very strong gospel.
Congregational.
Yes, yes. But then
yeah.
I got hit with, like, Kanye.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Kanye
saying?
being Kanye.
Yeah, and I wasn't opposed to it. You know what I'm saying? Not what I expected, but after the first listen through, I haven't listened to it since. Like, it's not that I would go back
it's
to.
not. I don't think it's one of those. Rewind.
Trendy
The
ones,
rewind
yeah,
factor
no.
on that is real low. Unless you just want to hear it in the back.
Vibe out.
Yeah.
Praise the
Yeah.
Lord.
Right.
Yeah.
But it was okay. I mean, I expected to. I just expected. You know what I'm saying? I didn't-
exactly.
I wasn't like blown away or anything like that. But
I definitely expected to be like not necessarily disappointed, but like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
knew that was coming for sure. Like, it wasn't going to be anything we expected out of Kanye West. But cool, you know what I'm saying? It was definitely different.
Yeah, it
definitely
worked.
cool. New. Nothing I'll replay, though.
No.
To be
All
entirely
right.
honest.
Well, y'all are on my side. I think I haven't even listened to the whole album. I listened to like the first 4 songs, and I was like, all right.
Right?
And
Yeah.
then I had to
Same.
turn it off.
Yeah.
It wasn't terrible.
No.
It wasn't bad.
It just wasn't something that like grabbed your
Yeah.
attention. It
Yeah.
was just like, okay,
And I was
you-
like, okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
we got it.
And
Kanye.
also, just
Right.
kind of like it coming from Kanye, it's kind of hard to look at it as genuine, like especially his message. Like I'm not gonna
See.
lie, like just the last 18 months, he's made it really hard to kind of just listen
Take
to
him
you
serious.
thoroughly about
Yeah,
like
it's hard
the
to take him
Lord,
serious, yeah.
let alone anything else.
Yeah.
So
Especially when you comparing it to Jesus Walks.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
It's
Like, you comparing it to, those are 2 different Kanye.
right,
You know what I'm saying? The Kanye that made Jesus Walks and the Kanye that's making this is
yeah.
completely different Kanye.
Entirely.
So the genuine factor is a little bit low on that too.
Yeah.
All right,
It's
y'all,
true.
stick to the topic. We got you Kanye lovers. 'Cause y'all went on a whole different tangent. I love Kanye. I love him so much. That's how y'all sound right now. I love Kanye.
Oh yeah,
No.
and one more artist that I did listen to, They. I'm not sure if you guys ever heard of them.
They.
Check them out.
They.
They.
Okay.
Got it.
Check them out.
Okay.
Dope.
All right. Any dope spots, hangout spots?
I don't really hang out that much.
All right.
Feel that.
Okay.
Try to be safe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just
feel
start
that.
going out all the time. Oh, you know what I also want to mention, because they should sponsor me also. Okay. Cooper's Hawk. If you'd like to sponsor Vibes Podcast, then please send me an email at askvibez@gmail.com. Did y'all hear that? Radio voice. Okay. I've been at Cooper's Hawk like way too much. So shout out to the good wine in my membership. All right, y'all. So we're gonna move on. We're gonna get into the topic of the week. This week's topic is, since we're all creatives and artists at the table, I want to talk about chasing the dream, because that's what we're all doing right now.
Yeah.
So my first question, and Lauren, I'll ask this to you. It'll be for everybody, but you first. What is your dream?
My dream is to honestly just like inspire people and be like a person that people can look up to, and like I want to make an impact on people, and I want to share the gift that God gave me to the world, and you know, follow my passion. I love music. It makes me feel amazing. I feel like I'm in the clouds. So it's like I'm just trying to inspire and make an impact on the world and make like a positive energy for people.
That's dope.
Okay.
That is
I
dope.
want
Love
to
it.
piggyback off that, like for myself, because I feel like it's cliche to when someone asks me like, "What's your dream?" Because
Yeah.
I want to do everything.
Yeah.
So I can't say my dream is. I mean, I can't say it. My dream is to do everything, but then I feel like I would have to explain it.
Right.
That's a lot to explain.
It is, but I think just overall, it's to make a positive impact doing
Right.
something that I love to do, like
Yeah.
that thing that makes me feel good, where I don't feel like I'm working.
Yeah.
Exactly. You do it just because you love it.
Exactly.
And I think that's simple enough.
Yeah.
I think that's simple enough to just say, hey, I want to impact the world in a positive way.
Right.
Through my artistry.
Yeah.
Through my heart.
Through my
Boom.
artistry.
Ed, what's your dream?
Man, I got so many dreams, but the one dream that's just like sticking on my head right now is like at the end of the day, I really want to make my family comfortable, and just not only through my gift as well as being an artist, but in any way, like alongside also impacting everybody as far as anybody who gives me the opportunity to, whether it be through music or conversation or anything that I could provide. But at the end of the day, just the people around me that I love, and also myself, just making everybody's situation better than the last day. Whether they're smiling more, or whether they're more comfortable, whether they're eating more, whether they got better clothes on their back, whatever makes them happy makes me happy. So just my goal and dream in life is just, it sounds so cliche, but make as many people as happy and positive as an income or as an outcome towards them that I can. And that's just how I go about my day. I do everything kind of fueling that dream. So
That
What
is
if I can't
super
do it?
dope. You
Yeah.
are much better than me. 'Cause
What's your
Don't-
dream?
you want to do it for your family, and I'm just telling my family, I don't
It's
even
for
like
me.
y'all. So
This is for me.
stop bothering me. I'm not doing this for you. You are a good person. Jesus loves you.
Yes.
Great
Um,
response.
Yes.
Definitely great response.
So
Great response. Yeah.
My other question is, since we're always talking about like chasing a dream, and people ask you all the time, like, what is your dream? I really wanted to know, like, what does it mean to chase it? Because we can give you like the definition, like, oh, chasing it means, going after your bag and all of
Right.
this stuff. But if you break it down and you think about it, like, what does it really mean to chase your dream?
Well, I feel like there's a difference between wanting to chase the dream and doing it. A lot of people, especially like I hear like kids my age, they're like, they look at me like, oh, you're doing all this stuff. And I'm like, that's because I want to, like, I'm setting myself up for a life, like for family too, and like just doing what I love. I think a lot of people say stuff, but it's like they don't want to put the work in to do it. Like, oh, I want to be famous. It's not about being famous. It's about making an impact
Right.
once again. But people don't see the staying up at 3 a.m. and practicing, rehearsing for hours a day, still having homework and like all this stuff at once.
Extra work.
Yes, it's a sacrifice, but as long as you love what you're doing, I personally don't feel like I don't feel like it matters because like it's your dream, so you got to do what you got to do to achieve it. You can't just sit around and be like, oh, I want to do this, and you're not doing anything.
Right.
So I think it's just all about actually taking the action.
Sacrifice.
Yeah, it's a sacrifice. You got to be able to do it.
You also
Yeah.
kind of realize like how, if that dream is actually a dream or not, with how much you sacrifice towards it. You know what I'm saying? Like as a youngin', I thought football was my dream. I was gonna play college football, like D1 AA. I thought I was gonna be
Had it
big
all mapped out.
Exactly. I thought I had it all mapped out.
Right.
And then things change at the end of the day, and I realized that's not my dream. I wouldn't sacrifice the way I sacrifice with music towards football. I wouldn't stay up till 3, 4 in the morning. I wouldn't lose sleep. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't lose meals. But
And
at the end
enjoy
of the
losing the sleep too.
yeah, for real. Like you wouldn't even notice it. You're having such a good time making
Yeah.
music. But at the end of the day, as far as chasing a dream, the main thing for me that I remind myself is sacrifice. Like understand and accept where you're putting yourself into. Understand you're gonna be distant at times from family. You're gonna be distant from people you want to see, your significant
Chile.
other, etc. Work, like people you're used to, but you're sacrificing it at the end of the day for what you love and your passion is. So, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day,
It's all worth
I will always sacrifice for whatever I have to do because I got the passion and the love for music.
Right.
So
It's about the passion for
And
sure.
that kind of leads me into something else that I wanted to touch on is when you said you really have to sacrifice, and sometimes you have these gaps
Yeah.
in between where you're not communicating with family and friends.
yeah.
It's I often think about the other side, like being family and friends and them not understanding what it means to be a creative.
Yeah.
And how do we communicate that to them so that they can understand?
Right.
Because I know, speaking for myself, I go in between points in time where I'm not communicating with my best friends for probably like a month, or I haven't talked to my sisters and brothers for the same amount of time.
Me too.
And then I have to mend fences and apologize to you for why I haven't spoken to you. And it's just like, I don't know how else to make you understand other than it's the creative mindset.
That's the thing. They're never going to understand.
But that's also the
that
beautiful
either.
thing about the process is like then you start picking and choosing. Like as far as people who's actually there for you and understanding
They reveal themselves.
of at the end of the day, especially with us being creators, when we take that time, it's for us to grow. Like it's not a selfish thing. It's for our passion towards our craft. Whatever we do, we're taking our time. It's our me time, and it's just as creators, our me time. We're still working. You know what I'm saying? At the end
we
of the day,
really
but we're
are.
working on ourselves.
That's a good way to put it.
And people a lot of the time
Yeah.
don't understand that because they're so stuck to, hey, I work my 9 to 5. I come home and I see you.
That's
you know what
my
I'm
life.
saying? I come home, I get my text, I talk to you at night, etc. They don't see the fact that we're sacrificing a lot of it. So it's hard for them to understand. But like you said, it allows, or like I said, honestly, it allows a lot of people to kind of, for you as a creator to understand where people are in your life. Understand that, okay, you're going to accept me for what I want to do with myself, or I got to still like not be myself and reach out more in the sense of like, because I feel I got to please you.
Right.
And of course we got a lot of people like that, but throughout the process of growing as an individual, you learn that and you understand that, and just understand who needs to be around you and who genuinely at the end of the day accepts you for who you are.
Yeah.
So
But I think that's definitely a point. I wholeheartedly agree with you. But I think a lot of us creatives struggle with, we question ourselves sometimes, and the question is always, are we doing this for the right reason?
right.
Like, am I chasing my dream for the right reason?
Right.
Especially when it comes time where you feel like you're neglecting family and friends, or, they get to the point where they feel fed up and they want to voice their concerns.
Right.
But you always feel like it's a one-sided thing. And that's when I think a lot of us creatives start questioning ourselves, like, am I doing this for the right reason?
Right.
Yeah,
Like, do I
absolutely.
really want to be a singer? Do I really want to be an actor? Or
Yeah.
am I pursuing this for the right reason? Well, I'm not making any money, so I should just quit.
Right.
Do you all ever feel like that, or have you ever had that point where you feel like some people are just not understanding, and their lack of concern or their lack of knowledge kind of affects you for what you want to
Absolutely.
do?
I go first. I
Yeah,
feel
you-
like just because I know if I didn't go first, I was gonna lose my point. Yeah, 100%. But I feel like, oh damn, I lost my point. Shit. Ask me again one more time. I got it.
You got it. It's on the
That
tongue.
question, you got it. So, all right, journalist. So, do you feel that? No, but have you ever like experienced that feeling? You see how I did that?
Yeah, there you go. There you
Bam!
go.
I don't even have to finish the question.
I mean, as
Yeah.
for instance, for somebody like me, I might get very passionate at this segment for sure. So for somebody like me, I sacrifice a lot. I came from a middle class family. Both of my parents had a job. I had a stepfather, but he played the role as my father. But they could have set me up in different career paths. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be within a gym, et cetera, within a corporate company, et cetera. But I wanted to chase my dream. So at a certain part of my life, I actually considered myself homeless. I lived in my car just because my family didn't support what I wanted to do. My family at a certain time thought that I was, because I rapped or I made music, and then my family is Filipino and Puerto Rican. So they think rappers, oh, you smoke weed, you do drugs, you pop,
Right.
you sip lean, this, that, and the third. Nah, like, you know what I'm saying? At the
Yeah,
end of the
you
day, that
partying
wasn't my
already.
content. That never was. That never was my initiative musically. So I sacrificed a lot. You know what I'm saying? I lived in my car for about 8 months and in Chicago weather in the winter. And and just like, and a lot of people would look at that and be like, oh, you lived in your car? Like, you could have been staying at your mom's crib. You just being hard-headed, this, that, and the third. But I know just putting myself through that situation and learning myself and figuring myself out as an individual, it molded me to be as hard of a worker as I am today. So, I mean, now, as of recent, I never feel an urgency or maybe even a little push towards quitting. Like, quitting's like not even an option at this
Right.
point. I've already sacrificed so much time, sleep, my body health, like time from away from my family, away from people that I love at the end of the day. And
Ain't no going back.
exactly, and there's definitely no going back. And
Right.
it's a beautiful thing in my case because I'm only 23. And I feel like I've sacrificed a lot, but I know I have so much more to sacrifice.
I was about to say, you have
Yeah.
so much more to learn
Yeah.
and go through, and to sacrifice.
Yeah, where
you're
end up
at, you're at the-
sacrificing a lot more.
Yeah, you're at the right point in your life to actually have
You
that
have
kind
the
of
right
mentality.
mindset.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Seriously, to launch off into your 20s with that kind of a mindset, dude. By
Real.
the time you're 25,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
30, I'm just lowballing on 30.
Yeah.
You be, who knows where you're gonna be? Who
Love,
knows where
bro.
you'll be with
Yeah.
that
For real.
mentality?
Yeah.
At 16.
That's what I'm saying.
At
I say 16.
Like-
Oh my
2 years, she's
God.
gonna be 18.
Oh
Like,
my God!
Come
At
on, man.
16.
That's unmatchable. That's
By the
crazy.
time you wait, imagine where you will be by the time you get to his age.
Yeah. Like, come
May
on.
the Lord be with
He's
me.
envying you
Yeah.
right now.
That's what I say every single time she
All
comes
of
here.
us.
It's like,
It's like,
seriously.
what was I
Everybody says-
doing when I was 16?
What people
I say
would,
the
what
same
people would
thing.
give up to be able to say at 16, I knew exactly what I wanted to do with
Right.
my
Yeah.
life.
Right.
Yeah.
And not just that, but hell, I have a path to which I can do that.
for
Yeah.
real.
You know, a lot of people have dreams, but hell,
Right.
not a lot of people have resources or the know-how
Right.
or the people around them to steer them in
Yeah.
the right direction to make their dream come true.
Right.
Yeah.
You are in a excellent position.
Beautiful.
I thank God for that,
Excellent
too.
position.
And you have a support system.
Yes.
For real.
Yeah.
That-
Shout out to Mom.
Shout out
Shout
to
out
Shout out to
Mom.
Mom.
I would not be
Yes.
here without her.
Shout
For
out to
real.
Mom.
Support
For real.
And I think
Definitely.
like when we really think about it, all of us creatives, what we really want the most, or I'll just speak for myself, is for our parents to support us.
Oh man.
It's like, I don't need you to fully understand what I do. I just need you to support me
Right.
because this is very important to me.
Yeah.
If it wasn't important to me, then I wouldn't be doing it.
Right.
Exactly.
And I think that's the simplest way you can explain it, but yet some parents still don't get
They
it.
don't.
It's
Yeah.
like, what's important to you and why do you pursue it?
Right.
Exactly.
That's the same thing for me. Just
Yeah.
being a creative
Right.
because it fuels me. I don't want to do anything else.
Yeah.
Although I know I have the option too, but I know for me, like in the beginning, it was so many things. Just currently now, still working a 9 to 5. I'm like, this is ghetto. Who does this? Okay, I am not for this, but I know this is like the stepping stone
Yeah.
towards me fulfilling my dreams, chasing the dream.
Right.
And then also going back to our conversation about some friends and family not understanding, like that's just the sacrifice.
Yeah, it is.
So it's like by this time now, if you don't understand, then you never will.
Right.
Then you don't support me, and I don't need anybody in my circle that does not support me.
I love you from a distance.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna love you at all. Okay,
Right.
I won't love you at all. But I remember I used to struggle with that, trying to please family and friends because they didn't understand, or I went this long without talking to them, or
Yeah.
you spend too much time with these people and this group of people over here, and I haven't seen you, in this long.
Yeah.
But at the same time, those were the same friends who did not come out and support my shows
Exactly.
and
Right.
whatever. And that's the time where I had to start questioning whether or not they were truly my friends.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, you can't, just because I've known you for 5 years and we've hung out and we've had each other's back, that's fine. But in a 5-year span, you haven't supported anything I've done.
Right.
You don't know the name of my show. You don't know the name of any play that I've been in or movie that I've starred in. Are you really my friend?
Right.
Yeah.
So that's just friends and
Yeah.
family.
Right.
And
Yeah.
so I'm like at a point now in my life where it's easy for me to just like excommunicate with someone
Mm-hmm.
because
Same.
it's like right now it's not only about the support, but it's mental health as well.
Right.
Because this is our dream.
Right.
We focus on this day in and day out.
Yeah.
And we also have to take care of ourselves.
Right.
So our job, we have a job within our job, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Like our job is to take care of ourselves mentally, spiritually, physically,
Yeah.
while pursuing our dream, chasing our dream. That's a lot for us to just be doing.
Yeah.
And I don't have time
To be
to
worried
be
about
worried
somebody
about
mad at me.
Yeah,
'Cause
and
I'm
explaining to you why I'm doing what I'm doing.
Exactly.
And if you don't understand it, bye.
Deuces.
It's really simple.
It is.
And I feel like y'all will definitely get to that point, but it's going to be that struggle initially because you're going to feel like, well, I have to do this because this is my
Right.
family and those are my friends.
True.
But you're definitely going to get to that point. And when you get to it, just
I
know
didn't personally
that.
got to that point with my family.
Already.
Yeah. My
There's
family.
gonna be phases, stages of it
Oh,
going
yeah.
on. Yeah, for
It will
real.
definitely be stages.
Yeah.
Because you'll feel like, okay, well, they apologize, so I'll make amends, and then, we'll
Right.
we'll go back, and then it'll be that next stage of, I think they support me. They've been
Yeah.
to 2 of my shows, and whatever it may be. But it's definitely stages
Yeah.
to it. The last question that I did want to ask you all is because we're still talking about chasing the dream. As a creative, I know oftentimes we just question ourselves a lot, not in a bad sense, but that's what we do. We
Yeah.
just sit around and we think about
For real.
Yes.
a lot of shit.
Overthink the
Like
mess out of
overthink
stuff.
everything.
Everything.
So my question is like, what are you expecting to happen from this? Like chasing your dream. What do you expect to happen?
I expect, like, in the beginning, I just want to make impact. That is my biggest goal. I feel like God gave me this gift because I have a purpose for this world. Like, he didn't just, like, oh, like, here. Like, I want to use my gift to expand. Like, I don't care. Germany, freaking, I don't even know
Right.
where, Jamaica. Like, I think I'm going to be big. Like, I'm going to speak it into existence. Like,
That's what
I
you
think,
gotta do.
yes,
Right.
that's my biggest thing. You have to speak stuff into existence, because if you don't speak it and you don't believe it,
It's not gonna happen.
it's
Step
not
out there.
it's not gonna happen. And especially me, like, trying to actually put work into it. Like, I have so many big dreams for myself, like big stadiums, big, just like everything. But it's not even about the big stadiums. Once again, it's just about like the people I'm gonna touch and like
Right.
what I'm gonna help them get through.
So
Your
that's
voice.
the thing. That's what
you're
you're
playing
expecting.
the voice for people who
Right.
don't have it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're vulnerable within your music to where
Yes.
people hear it and you're saying things that they wish they could say
Right.
normally to the
Yeah.
other person. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Come on, man.
You're giving them
You're
something
touching
to
people
sing.
already.
Right, because a lot of people, like me personally, I don't like being vulnerable. I don't like opening up with my emotions. I press everything down, but with my music,
It all
everything's
comes
let
It's
out.
easy.
And there are a lot
Right.
of people who are like that, and through music, this
That's
is how
how they get it
express
out.
That's how
Exactly.
they get it out.
And that's what gets you through your mental sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
you need that base to get you through stuff, because if
Right.
you don't got a good mental,
It's
Not built for
it's a
it.
struggle.
you're
Yeah.
not built for
I feel
it.
like that's why a lot of creatives, that's why they're passionate about what they do.
Yeah.
Because that would be me. Like, being vulnerable is icky, for lack of a better
Yeah.
word. Like, I don't have time.
Yes.
Stop,
Absolutely.
stop asking me to
Yeah.
cry and hold you and stuff. I don't have time.
Yeah.
But I feel like creatives, that's our outlet.
Yeah.
That's where a lot of the
Absolutely.
magic
If you
is.
sing, if you rap, if you act, you produce, whatever you do, you put all of your energy towards that, because it's like, finally I
You
can
letting it go.
let this
Yeah.
go.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
can let all of this baggage go and take it off my back,
Yes.
and I can
Getting
finally
set
sit
free.
it down, set it free, and whew, that feels good.
Right. You
Right.
feel like
Right.
a
It's
whole
like
new
having
person.
kids. You have a kid, let it run around. You have a kid, let it run around. Have another kid, let it run around.
Okay.
Let your kids
Or
run.
not. Ed, what are you expecting to happen from chasing your dream?
Just through chasing my dream, I feel like if I continue on the same path that I'm getting myself on right now, continue working with the people that I work with, the sky's not the limit. Like, there's so much that is possible, like within just my circle alone, but also just like the people on other branches that I just work with as artists. I have such a built up belief and faith in not only myself musically, but the people I work with around me, because it sounds so bad, but I'm super selective on who I work with. You know what I'm saying?
That's not bad.
If my
No,
name
that's
is
not
if
bad.
my name is a part of it, I need it to be as good as it could be to my ear and yours. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So like, we both gotta like it.
Right.
And just at the end of the day, I've been able to handpick and pick out certain artists, starting from her to other people who I could genuinely have a faith and love in outside of the music as well. And then like I said, there's no limit to what is possible. Like, it's so crazy, and I fixate myself so much around this dream that I don't see anything else happening. I don't see myself working a job. I don't see myself not being a musician. I don't see myself running a session. I don't see myself impacting, I don't see myself not impacting people. So like, this is the only route that I have at this point, and this is the only thing that I'm gonna make happen. So to answer the question, it's just the sky's the limit. There's
Sky's
so
the
much to
limit.
do. It's just I would hate to answer it and kind of put it in a box.
At a
Like,
minute,
okay, that's
yeah.
gonna be it. You know
No,
what I'm
I
saying?
love your answer, because that's the true mind
Right.
of a real creative.
Yeah.
When we can sit here and be like, I don't see myself doing anything else, because I'm not going to do anything.
Period.
It's not for me.
Right.
No.
So that's me. You know, people ask me, hey, what do you want to, I really hate that question. Like, what do you see yourself in 5 or 10 years?
Yeah.
What am I doing now?
Yeah, for real.
Right.
It's going to be
Same
that
stuff.
times 10. Like,
Seriously.
I think at that point, you know, if we're asking that question 5 years from now, the same thing I'm doing now, I'll just have a platform.
Yeah.
And then it goes back to your answer. I'll be able to reach people.
Yes.
And I think that's it at the end of the day. That's what we want to do.
Right.
We want to do what we're doing now. We want a platform so that we can reach people and share our gifts.
Yes.
Because it's like, it's not that we need to be validated or anything. It's just like, I just want to share it.
Right.
Because this is the thing that makes me happy.
so I don't wanna be
and
stingy
hopefully
with it.
Yeah.
I can
Right.
share it in hopes of someone else finding their happiness through whatever
we're
I
doing.
did.
Your
yeah.
dopeness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Other people
Yes, I
can
like
help,
that.
can find their way through life through your dope.
Exactly.
Through
That's
your
Spread your dopeness.
I'll go with that. That sounds
I like
okay.
that.
Spread,
Yeah, that's
spread
the
your
word of the
dopeness.
year.
Spread your dope.
And not your other stuff. Okay.
Caption.
All right, y'all.
Sorry, Mom.
Okay. All right, y'all. That's it for the topic of the week. That's chasing the dream. What we're gonna do now? Yeah, I have to keep it PG-13. I gotta keep it PG. Now, y'all know what I usually say on the show about the box. But we're gonna keep it PG. So, Lauren, my God,
Uh-oh.
my Jesus, these are very, very nice questions.
She's purged all the adult
Because
stuff
you
out of
are
the box.
Underage.
Okay.
So, Lauren,
Just pick one.
I can't even say it.
Dive
Y'all
in.
will, if you listen to the show before, you'll know how it goes.
Oh, God.
But okay, Lauren, you gotta pick 2 questions. Answer them truthfully. If I feel like you're lying, you got cash out me $50.
Okay. I'm broke, but I got you.
Yeah, you gonna have to give me my money. That's
What
basically-
would you change about your life if you could? Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, you know. See, do you see how
my
PG-13
God.
these are? Because the
No.
other ones.
That's so
The
deep.
other
What would I change?
Oh
Honestly,
God, D.
I wouldn't change anything. I feel like everything happens for a reason, and you go through certain stuff for a reason. So I think I would keep it the same because I feel like what I'm going through right now is going to help me for the future, and what I went through in the past is helping me now. So I feel like I'm keeping
Okay,
it.
for the dope answer.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Second one. What's the biggest lie you've ever told without getting caught?
Oop.
No,
Oop.
with your
And
mom.
now.
With your
Uh-oh,
mom.
with your mom
That's it,
looking.
right? Yeah, do that.
Oh my
Yeah,
Mom
God.
recording.
Yeah.
Yes, she is.
Transparency.
That's a good one.
Yeah, look
Yeah,
dead in the
you
camera.
gotta.
Well,
Look dead in the camera.
I like
there you go. Smile, smile bright. There you go.
Me and my mom have a close relationship. I'm not even like, I tell her everything.
No,
So
that's
like,
good.
That's
my
love.
honest
Yeah, that
answer
is.
is nothing because when I am like,
Okay.
So
She's
cool.
giving me the
Valid.
thumbs up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man.
That is
When-
really cool.
yes, when I like feel something, like I can't keep it in because she's one. I wouldn't say an outlet. She's there for me for everything.
Mama
Y'all
I
have
feel
the
like-
thing.
Yeah.
The
Mama
I
thing.
just
bear.
feel comfortable. Like even if I did something bad, I'll be like, Mom, like, hey, like I did this. Like I'm sorry. Like can
That
you help
is
me?
super dope.
That's
Yeah.
love.
Because I would never tell my mom.
We need more relationships like
Yeah,
that
we do.
between not
We do.
only just children and their parents, but
Yeah.
Fathers and their
specifically,
sons.
fathers and their
Yes.
sons and
Yeah.
mothers
Fathers and their
they-
daughters, mothers
Yes.
and their
When
parenting.
you can just
period.
get to
Like,
the
yeah.
point where you have that bond
Yeah.
where you're literally like, I can't lie to my mom.
I can't.
Because I tell her
literally-
everything. That's a super dope
Yeah.
bond.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I'm so thankful for her because without her, I would she is the most amazing person I met. Her
Shout out to moms
Shout
again.
out.
Come on,
Yeah.
shout out.
Happy early
Jeez.
birthdays tomorrow.
Hey.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
Yes.
Happy birthday.
I have
Alright.
a whole other level of respect for her because I'm talking about sacrifice. She's the sacrifice right here. Like she sacrifices everything.
Oh
The
my
fact that you
soul.
know this.
Yeah.
Okay.
At 16.
And acknowledge
exactly.
it.
The fact that
And
you know and
acknowledge
you're
it.
aware and
16,
you
I was mad
understand
my mom.
it.
Yeah.
You like certain dinner.
Like, you don't do anything.
I was
You don't
like,
do
why you
nothing
Chicken
for
again,
me.
Mike. Why you
Yeah.
cook that?
Yeah, I'm gonna go home and give my mom a hug. I love you, mama.
Yes, cherish her, cherish her.
That's what's
love
up,
you.
man. That's what's up. That's mad respectful.
For real.
All
Mad
right,
respect.
Ed, go ahead. You got 2
I got you.
questions.
I got you.
Let's
Two
go, Ed.
in the box. Choose your
I
question.
picked 2 separate ones.
Please don't, okay? Because I'm low key a crybaby.
All
Please
right.
don't.
If you could portray a person in history in a film or stage play, who would it be?
Good question.
Okay. hold on.
That's a good one right there.
Listen,
I got my answer.
Okay, this is a weird answer. This is gonna be a really weird answer,
Look,
and
go-
it's
go
not.
ahead.
It's probably an answer that's not expected. But if I were to portray a character, this is probably a little bit more recent. I would really want to be a role of like somebody that's completely left field of me. For me, I'm a very calm, chill person. I'm like super. You know what I'm saying? I'm the quiet one. But like an instance, like I just seen the Joker.
I was just gonna say
Yeah,
that.
I just seen
knew
the
you was gonna
yeah,
say
for real.
that.
I just seen the
I knew you
Joker,
was gonna say
and
that.
like if you go back into it, you really like see what the actors were doing to themselves, like even through Heath Ledger, R.I.P. But like, you know what I'm saying, like putting yourself in that mental mind frame of being psychotic, like you know what I'm saying.
Right.
It
It's a
sounds crazy,
playground.
exactly. But like as a creative, I find it so intriguing.
Yeah.
Like it's so left field for me, and it's something I wouldn't like.
Normally,
Like feel
right.
entirely, but like to engage in it and kind of like take a chance. Like it's so different.
Challenging
I would
yourself.
love to do that. You know what I'm saying? Just play a role I'm not used to in a
Okay,
sense. So, yeah,
that's the
more.
dream for the actor. That is
Yeah.
me.
And then let's see what the
All right, next question. Last
All right.
one.
What's the biggest secret you've ever kept from your parents?
Oh,
so you
look
should
at
know
this.
Uh-oh.
Lauren don't keep secrets from her mama. We've established that.
It's not gonna be a secret after this.
Let's
Damn,
let me think about
I
sure you want-
answered this like, okay, so it's funny as hell. My mom is gonna listen to this for sure,
Oh.
and she's so not gonna be happy about
Oh,
that.
snap.
Uh-oh.
But I used to be a bad teenager, like a problem child, I guess you would say. I had a lot of blessings around me that I just didn't accept. So I was a troubled child. Like I wanted to be an issue. So
Okay.
yeah, no, like
You
All
was one
right.
of them.
yeah, literally,
Yeah.
I had no reason to be an
Wanted
issue
to be
besides
one.
wanting to be the issue.
Okay,
Literally,
that's a new answer.
and yeah, I mean, I made love in my mom's bed before. That if I'm gonna answer this truthfully, if I'm
That's
answering-
huge. That's huge, people.
I'm answering
Break
I
it
like
loose.
how he said I made love.
Break it
Yeah, I
loose.
made love.
Right.
I didn't
Yeah, he
do
just
all the
had
other
sex.
thing. I
Yeah,
made
he
love.
made
I made love
love.
in my mom's
My
bed.
mom's
Yeah.
bed. Yeah.
It was
My
love,
mom
though.
go listen.
But it was love.
Damn.
But it was love.
No, you in it.
My mom go.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all. You know I usually answer one of these questions for myself. That's part of the show. The biggest secret. I was really thinking it. Oh, if you could make one wish right this second, what would it be?
I like that.
I would wish for the Taylor LaRue Media to be granted $1 million so that I could stop working this 9 to 5 and that our company would no longer be a startup but will be just successful and we'll have all the funds and resources that we need.
Amen.
Amen.
See how I did that?
Amen. Hey,
Shout out to
like
Taylor
that.
LaRue crew.
Yes.
Like
This is my
like
crew.
that.
That's
Like
it.
that.
All right, y'all.
Like
Let's see if
that.
I can find
love
another
that.
one. I think this is the same one. What's the biggest lie you've ever told without getting caught? Yeah, I be
Yeah,
lying to
Mimi,
people.
you wrote these.
I be lying to people. The biggest lie I've ever told without getting caught. I've said it on the show before. The one that I can think about, because I be lying to people. So chill out. I said this on the show many times. I crashed my mom's Mercedes-Benz truck into the back of a bus.
Into the back of
Then
a
I drove that
bus.
joint home, and I had a full-out panic attack. And then when they got home, my mom and grandma were in Vegas. They got home, and I called them while they were on vacation. I was like, I walked outside, and then somebody hit your car. And she believed me.
What? Wow, she believed it.
She believed me.
Even though
I mean, the neighbors low-key told on me because they was like, I saw her get in your car. My grandma was like, she can't drive yet. She's not.
Well, that would explain the damage.
I didn't have a license, so it's cool. My mom's like,
So you
listen
ran
to
into
the show.
a bus.
I was doing good. I was like, I know how to drive. And then I don't even know how I hit the back of the bus.
You ran into a bus.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
shout
wasn't
out-
like you
shout
just
out
hit
to that
another
bus
car. You hit a
driver because
bus.
I was like full out panicking.
Yeah,
I
they
was
didn't
like,
call you. They didn't
no,
call
he
you
was like, I
over.
need your insurance, and I was like, I don't have insurance. Let me go home, please, please, please. And I think he was scared. And so I just hopped back in the car. I was like, the fact that I made it home safe, but I couldn't even avoid this bus.
So how bad was the damage?
You know, it wasn't terrible. It was
Man,
just
you
like,
hit a bus. I'd imagine it'd be noticeable.
yeah, it was. It was. You know,
Oh,
it cost
Yeah.
a lot of money
I'm
for
sure
her
it
to
did.
repair.
Yes.
Too.
oh.
Sure.
Yeah,
Shout out
that's-
to my mom and my grandma.
Oh, my heart.
That's the one I can think of right now. You know, I've done some terrible things. All right, y'all. That's it for In My Box. We're moving on to shout outs of the week. I just want to give a shout out to the TLC crew, my Taylor LaRue crew, Taylor LaRue Media.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not trying to get mushy D or sentimental.
You
but
don't
this-
do that.
I
You don't have a heart built
I
for
really
that.
thank you. I'm
Your
glad
heart-
you know
your
me.
heart pumps.
But today will be
lava.
different. I'm really glad. I love y'all so much. This is one of the best things that's happened to me this year. Okay?
Love.
And before I start crying, because I feel something rattling in my
coming.
throat.
Here it comes.
It's the Lagunitas.
That's what it is.
Shout out to Lagunitas.
That's it. But
So
shout out to the
shameless plug.
Taylor LaRue crew. We have some great things coming up, and I can't wait to share them with you all.
Yes, we do.
Oh, and shout out to my mom. You guys, if you happen to be in the city next Friday, November 15th,
yeah.
we're having a comedy show at my mom's school
Yeah.
at Drake Elementary, 2310 South Dearborn. Show starts at 7 p.m. Tickets are $10. You can buy them at the door, so come out and support the comedy show.
Please
Need that.
come out and
All
support.
right.
that.
Lauren, you got some shout outs?
I want to shout out my mom.
Shout out to my mom again.
Infinite shout out to mom.
At the
Yeah.
Real Pumpkin 35 on
Yes.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
I want to shout out Special for just being amazing. He has been amazing since I
Love.
met him.
Yeah.
I feel like I've known him my whole life, and I met you
For
what,
real.
like
3 months ago.
that's
That's
crazy.
it?
Right?
I was like, y'all have.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
Yeah,
That's
3
bro
months
right
ago,
there.
For real.
then-
Three
That's what hard work
months.
does.
crazy.
Yes, I want to
what
shout
hard
out
work does.
Shiles, my manager.
Shout out to Shice.
Yeah,
Thanks, man.
He has
Birthday
been
boy.
coming
Yeah,
through.
happy birthday also.
Birthday,
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
Yeah.
He has just been coming through. Like, he has pushed me, not in a bad way, obviously, but in a good way, like to things I didn't even know I was capable
Hardest
of. So
working man on the planet.
He just
Yeah,
he does it.
for
He's
sure.
doing the thing.
Yeah,
So you out here, man.
That's
And then
what's
I
up,
want to
man.
shout out Landon. He's not here right now, but he's one of
My boy.
yes, he's another engineer. They both have just helped me so much. They've like spoken to my life because before I met them, I was like not confident in my voice. I was not confident in like just this whole artist thing. But after I'm on a whole different like mental now. So I just want to say thank you to you guys.
Love.
I
That's
appreciate
what's
you.
up. Man. That's what's up, dude.
Y'all got
Yeah,
some
that's
dope
up.
people.
Yeah, y'all are.
Thank you.
Y'all definitely are.
Thank
you.
Yeah. Y'all
Okay.
definitely are.
Ed, you got
Thank
some
you.
shout outs.
I have to shout out Sound Posse, QV, Solo the Dweeb, all my brothers of Sound Posse. Shice as well, the hardest working man on this planet.
shout out to Shice.
Making mine and Lauren's ideas into reality. And you know what I'm saying? That's the blessing of having him around as my brother, not only a manager. Lauren, obviously,
Shout out to
for
you,
being
Lauren.
the
Thank
best
you.
vibe alongside
Yes.
her mother. Always,
Shout out
always,
again,
Single
Mama.
mom.
always sending
Man,
love.
shout outs.
Always sending love. Also, you guys for having us.
Yeah.
Of course. At the end of the
Thanks.
day, y'all took your
appreciate it.
time out of your day to have us. I appreciate that to the fullest. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Even through conversation. And also, lastly, my family, my mother, my dad, my sister, my nieces, my nephews, my girl, obviously everybody, you know who they are. They're listening.
Yeah.
They're gonna be
Yes.
listening. So I love them as well. And I do this for y'all. So
Yes.
yeah.
Oh.
And mom, forgive
snap.
him about the bed.
Yeah, forgive me about your
It was
bed.
love.
Oh, you brought it back.
It
up.
was love.
Was it?
She forgot about it already.
Was it?
She forgot about it.
You brought it back
You got a
up,
long
G.
conversation coming, but
I already know. I already know.
Do you got some shout outs?
oh man, listen! Shout out to Ed and Lauren and Shice for coming through, and Lauren's mom.
Mama.
Man,
Another
you
shout
all
out.
are awesome.
So,
You know,
Happy birthday.
you all are awesome. Much respect to you both, and you all actually, man, and the best of luck to y'all. I hate to say
Thank
best of
you.
luck because it's almost like hoping.
yeah,
Man,
The
look,
cliche
congratulations.
thing.
love,
Oh,
bro.
thank
Congratulations.
you.
For real.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I
We definitely look
appreciate
forward
it.
to all the success in the future.
Love.
Shout out to Miss Mimi.
Yes, man.
Mimi.
Yes,
Thanks.
Thank you for having me. I definitely appreciate this.
Yeah.
Miss Mimi Picasso, we call her Mimi P.
Because I
That's
got
her
bars.
nickname.
I'm a rapper
She
also.
does
For
have bars.
real?
Yeah,
Come
y'all wanna
on,
hear
we
some
gotta
bars?
exchange info.
She
I
drop-
got beats.
Y'all wanna hear some
bars
bars?
for her. She's just joking.
How she-
I'm about to-
She's just joking.
No, I did
Drop
Drop
a
something
hot
from
freestyle.
out. Drop
She
something
got
from
'em.
out.
She
drop
got
some-
'em somewhere in the
She gonna
vault.
drop something from
Oh,
out
she
west for
definitely
y'all
got
in a second. But
I got bars all day.
piggybacking off of what you said earlier, shout out to Taylor LaRue Media.
Love.
We working hard, and
We
I love
are.
you too, Mimi. And I must say
Yeah,
that
I love you, man.
Oh.
for the short time that we have been rocking, we have been raw.
Yeah.
So
Feel that.
that
Like
is-
it seems like we've known each other for a
It
long
feels
time.
weird.
Also,
Feel
it
that.
feels
Yeah.
weird. It's
Yeah.
like where you been?
What?
Where you
Yeah.
been
Yeah.
all my life?
That's
how long
awesome.
have we known each other?
Not even a year.
Not even a year.
Wow.
No.
That's
even
awesome.
Really?
For real.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It don't feel like it though.
no.
That's
It don't
amazing.
feel like it. So,
I'd have never
Alright,
guessed.
y'all. That's shout outs of the week.
oh yeah, and get this D. Y'all make sure I tune in.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
we're gonna plug you. You guys, we're gonna move on really quickly to Therapy Free. So my advice this week, I've been seeing so much stuff on social media. I've been hearing a lot of people complain. A lot of people just respond negatively to situations, and that's not what I'm about. Like, if something bothers you that much, you really need to figure out why it bothers you. So my advice this week is the best way to respond to negativity is to not respond at all. It's really simple. Like, I keep saying people do all kind of stuff, all sort of things out of whack. Like, oh, we're about to fight, or I'm gonna do this, and and apply for revenge. And that's not what I'm about. If someone is able to get to me, to make me so mad to the point where I feel like I want revenge, I have to sit with myself and think, what did they do? What control, what power do they have over me to make me so upset and angry that I don't even know how to control myself?
Right.
That's deep.
Y'all be getting deep.
That's
Yes,
dope.
that's deep.
I like that.
I get deep. I sit at
like
home and I drink my drink and I
I like
Little
that.
and I
sip,
think.
sip.
I just saw beaded curtains and incense when you said that.
No, it's just records. I have my records on and my whiskey, and I be thinking.
I like that.
But yeah, so again, the best way to respond to negativity is to not respond at all. And it's not even about giving your power away. It's about keeping your power and practicing self-control, because you're the only one who has control over you.
Period, point blank.
Y'all, that's it for Therapy. It's the end of the show, y'all.
Is it already?
It's the end of the show. Before we go, Lauren, please give the people your social media, how they can follow you.
Anyway, okay. My Instagram, my artist page is @official_Lauryn Nichole, and then I have just a private page from regular pictures. It's just Lauryn Nichole. Oh, LAURY.
Shout out to
Yeah,
Mom.
Mom got it.
Okay, you get another shout out
Mama.
because people spell it the wrong way. Okay.
Official OFFICIAL_ What's next? Lauryn Nichole. Oh, LAURYNNICHOLE. So my
Bam.
name's a little bit different.
Yeah.
Just the Y and the
It's very different.
And then on YouTube, the same thing. Lauryn Nichole, same spelling.
Okay.
All right.
Dope.
Boom. Ed, social media.
Everywhere on every single source of social media, Very Special Ed. Simple as that. All platforms. You can check out the last 2 projects I have out. I am coming at everybody's head with a beautiful love project. It's called The Speed of Love. It's coming very, very soon. Stay tuned. But Very Special Ed on everything. Also, Lauren is featured on the project on 2 records.
So excited.
So it's gonna be monumental.
Yeah.
Awesome. Very Special Ed on all platforms though. On Twitter is the only difference. It's it's Special Ed.
I like that.
That's Check it out. Stay in tune. #Sound Posse on everything. #Hello is this special for production. So love. Appreciate
Boom.
y'all.
Y'all have any projects or anything that y'all want to tell us about that's coming up? Lauren?
Well, I'm working on an EP right now. That's
Right.
going to be my first little music thing. And I'm working on a lot of stuff with him. So just
Yeah.
stay tuned for
Okay.
collabs,
That's what's
EP, album.
Stay
I'm ready.
tuned.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
gonna be
Boom. D,
lit.
plug all of your stuff.
I don't
Plug
got much going on. I'm not as exciting as you all.
Y'all.
I just got this little thing called Get This D.
I got it too.
Sick of you.
Man.
I got it too.
Y'all check me out.
Sick of you.
Y'all check me out. You can catch us on all platforms. You can catch us on Get This D on Twitter. Not Twitter. Instagram.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm kind of new to this social media thing. Instagram and on Facebook.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, bam, and y'all know where to follow me. It's me, Mimi. You can follow me on IG and Twitter at memetheactress. That's memetheactress. And then you can make sure you go and you follow Vibes on Facebook and Twitter. It's Vibes Podcast. Remember, y'all, that's Vibes with a Z. VIBEZ podcast, and on Instagram it's askvibez, ASKVIBEZ. If you guys want to be on the show, send an email to askvibez@gmail.com. We can get you scheduled to be on the show. Go and subscribe to the podcast. Subscribe to Vibes Podcast. We're on all streaming platforms except for SoundCloud because the shit costs too much.
It's coming.
Okay, y'all. Y'all, thanks for being here.
I
Thank you
appreciate
for
y'all.
having us.
Yes,
I
thank you.
am so excited.
Are you
I
excited?
appreciate y'all.
Are you
Yeah.
excited? Are you-
You see my excited
I see
face?
it.
Because
I
you
see
know,
it. This is why I had to ask. you. Like,
yeah,
are you
because
really
you know,
excited?
yeah, I will be excited about a
Holy
lot of
shit.
stuff.
You don't smile this often.
I don't.
You don't.
You telling your
You
truth.
don't. You don't smile that often.
That's how y'all know this
Well,
is
I'm
real.
glad you're smiling.
Yeah,
What's
I
good
am.
on you?
It's
Keep her smiling. Keep her
Keep
smiling.
it
Yes.
up.
Keep her smiling.
Yeah, again, thanks for being here. I truly appreciate it. Again, make sure y'all are following Vibes and all that good stuff. Oh, and y'all go also and follow what are we on Instagram? Taylor LaRue.
Taylor LaRue.
Go follow Taylor LaRue. Taylor LaRue is LaRue on IG, and also on Facebook. We are doing some major things over here. We're doing film. We got a lot of film projects coming up, y'all.
A lot of
So
film projects.
go and
Wow,
follow
that's
us.
what's up. That's
And next year we got so much stuff going on.
Can we get through this year first?
Yeah.
We
I
have-
mean, this
we-
year is about to end.
Not really.
Yeah, it is.
One part, yeah, the
It's about
year,
to
but
end.
our year ain't really.
No, I'm just saying the year is ending.
Yeah.
Anywho, y'all, that's it. That's the end of the show. Y'all make sure right now you listen to Song of the Week. This is Very Special Ed featuring Lauryn Nichole. Dixie is right here. It's about to play.
There's liquor involved, women involved, but baby, I need your love. This shit is hard, staying in love, but baby, don't make it rough. Holding the palm, I'm breaking them off, but you is who I trust. They can compare, even when there is you, my mind is on. Hope you like this. I've been on like light switch. Your mind so enticing. Baby got a vice grip, tight grip. I invade your space, it's like I'm ISIS. Terrorist to love, I never seen it, never liked it. Yeah, in my best view, 7 a.m. next to you, in the vestibule. After long nights redirecting, crossing each other's intersection, not to mention by your essence, you've been resting, I've been stressing. And not to mention, I've been barely sober. No need no weapon when I hold you close. Don't hit my line if you're just needing closure. But we're needing closure.
You don't know how I feel. Don't you come to me like you don't know the deal. Don't you try to call my phone. Boy, you acting like I ain't already moved on. You wanna be in control. Call it how I see it. Ain't no reason hanging on. Yeah, boy, you better watch your tone. It's not reciprocated, but you go and put your trust in me. I see that you're faded. You can down a drink, then I see that you made me. You don't want closure, but it's me you're calling 'cause you want me over. Yeah, and I don't wanna play. I've been blocking out the things that you say to me. Boy, stay in your lane, 'cause your actions they imagine what you say to me.